And in the wake of several mass shootings last month alone, a bipartisan group of senators now have until the end of the week to reach a deal on gun legislation. But a new report from Everytown for gun safety, first obtained by ABC News, is proposing governors step up to combat gun violence in the meantime. Senior Director of Community Safety Initiatives for Everytown for Gun Safety, Michael Spence, joins me live now for more on this. Michael, thank you for being here. The report offers three kinds of solutions that governors can target. Can you walk us through those and why you think they'll help?
Yes, there are a whole host of policy positions that we know will end our gun violence epidemic, including keeping guns out of the wrong hands, funding community-based violence intervention programs, as well as holding gun dealers accountable. We know there's no one solution to this crisis, and that's why we need a comprehensive approach. And that's why we're demanding action from Senate now.
And Michael, your report says that gun violence has an exceptionally large impact on historically underfunded neighborhoods, with half of all gun homicides in 2015 happening in just 127 cities. So how can those interventions make a difference in these areas? That's
exactly right. And there are a number of interventions that are community-based, community-led, that have been in practice for decades, that have been incredibly impactful at reducing gun violence in cities across the nation. These programs target the people that drive the disproportionate level of gun violence, as well as the places where much of this gun violence is happening. As you mentioned, just 127 cities account for more than half of the gun homicides in this nation. These programs are in those cities, and they're deploying individuals frequently who live in the communities where gunfire is happening frequently. And they work to identify those who are driving the gun violence, engaging with those folks, leveraging their trust and credibility in these communities to then change those individuals' life trajectory, connecting them with social services and other supports that we know can change people's lives, which in these communities, which are so under-resourced, have very limited access to. So these groups work to identify those folks, connect them with opportunity, as well as access to services to change their life and reduce violence in those communities. They do it incredibly effectively. Street outreach programs, hospital-based violence intervention programs, which actually intersect with individuals when they come into the hospital setting at their most vulnerable moment, asking them about their prior impact from gun violence, their access to firearms, their needs for those social services I mentioned, and then working to connect those folks in the hospital setting and post-discharge to continue their healing and to hopefully prevent future violence.
Now, Michael, even in Uvalde, our correspondents got a mixed response from people to gun legislation. Some people feel safer knowing they can be armed, or with the idea of allowing teachers, for example, to bring guns to school so they can protect against, another school shooting. How do you respond to that? And how is Everytown working with citizens and governors who feel that way?
Well, we understand the sentiment, particularly in this moment. The last 2 to 3 years have seen drastic increases in gun violence, especially amongst Black and brown communities like those in Buffalo and Uvalde. And I understand why folks have the concern of this urgent moment. But we also know that more guns lead to more gun violence, and that there are community-based organizations as well as policies and laws that can reduce access to these firearms, that can assist individuals with accessing the services they need, whether it's mental health or it's job placement, that can reduce folks' reliance on violence, that can make our community safer. So as much as we understand the urgency of this moment, we also understand what we need to do. And we need action from Senate. We need them to make sure that we can reduce access to firearms, particularly for those who are prohibited from possessing. We have to also ensure that folks have an opportunity to dispossess those who pose harm to themselves or others. That wasn't the case in Texas. They don't have a red flag law there. And that's why we need one at the national level to ensure that all communities, regardless of race, creed, color, can have access to safety, regardless of your zip code.
All right, Michael Spence, great to have you. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.